Hello and welcome. My name's Derek and I sell physical media on eBay. Videos about what I buy, sourced videos, videos about what sells, what sold videos. This is a what sold video. And not to sell my coffee. It is 9 o'clock Saturday morning. Most Saturdays, if there's enough orders to go out, make sure that they're out. If there's only a couple, most of the time I won't. But while this is loading, or more than that, why that did not show up, there are 26 for 693. When I started the end of the year sale, which runs for about 10 days, so I started the day after Christmas. In all, I did not expect there to be 26 sales already by 9 o'clock, and this was initiated a little bit after, about 9 yesterday. Yeah, because then I started the video a little later, because the sale system likes to take its time on eBay. Everything else is instant, except that. So, there's quite a few to get. I didn't get any of them. Saturdays and Sundays, no alarm, so I got up a little later. And got to get this book. All right, start off with this Jurassic Park. So franchise is what I call them. Franchise books, things like that, can definitely help. Not all, but I mean, it's clean. That's what it is. It's probably only a $10, $12 book. But I had mine listed a little higher, maybe 18, 19 bucks, because it is clean. And that's a lot of the part right there that matters. If this had a whole bunch of markings like what's right here, and there's all kinds of creases or crinkles and creases that would be right here, and then a lot of the paint and the ink would be kind of off, that would drop the value quite a bit. But it's those little things like that pay attention. I mean, even just looking at it this way. I mean, it's very clean. And it's 17. So keep in mind that most of these things are going to be about 10%, maybe a little less, no more than that. But 7 to 10% off of what they were usually listed for. So the amount of sales, it just goes to show that little bit of a difference, that sale that's on. And I still do sell similar. So I take stuff out and I reprice them and they go back in a regular bracket. However, a newly priced item, no matter if I took it down or otherwise, but a newly priced item is going to be a new number. It's going to come up as a new listing. And it's still going to be a tad cheaper because it's going to be in the regular sale bracket. It's still going to be a tad cheaper. So it's still only like 3-4% cheaper than what it was listed before. But these ones, on the bigger sale, it's anywhere from, it could be 6 to 10%. Because I only go, nope, thought it was a hoot train. That was just rolling down the tracks. All right. The Steins Gate. 36. I believe this is it. Yeah. So this X-Library of Steins Gate. So DVD and Blu-ray. This is an X-Library set. I don't know, paid $3 maybe. Could have been 4. Some sets sometimes are 5. I'll still do that. I'll still pay for it. But even after everything on sale, I still got $76. So this is a Japanime, whatever they call it. The complete series. Japanimation, whatever it's called. All right, this Blu-ray. All right, Passion of the Christ. Now this is just what was titled as, or what's kind of known as OOP. I don't know why. Right? So this is absolutely correct. The artwork and the case, and right here it reads disc 1, which would make someone believe that there should be another disc to it. I probably should have wrote definitive in that, huh? So I didn't. Which would have made a difference, but not necessarily by a whole lot. These sealed, and I think there's a 2 disc that actually has a definitive edition on it that sealed at like 60, $70. This was 25. So it's still like $30 with it not on sale, open, without me putting definitive in the title. D8, all the way down the end. Big Valley. All right, Big Valley. Is that what it is? Yeah. The Big Valley, Season 2. Looks like 25. So yeah, I do free shipping on everything but auctions. Mainly because the absolute minimum of shipping that I can use would be a first class. Right next door would be $4.46. All other shipping, media shipping, is $4.47 for the first pound. D27, a good DVD. Not Pokemon. It's one of these two. Oh, no, it's the 2 of them. So these are 2 I probably could have put separate. And that could have been like 30 or something and 30 and something. I don't know why. At one point, I don't know, probably just got one. And as I said in the other video, it's one other one's been kind of sitting around. These would never be cold. These would always end up selling. But one was probably sitting around for a while, and then I'm like, all right, well, I got another one. Let me add it with that. It varies either way. The 2 of them sold for $49. So Blue's Clues. It's not my first time ever saying that. Look for that kid stuff. Now, this next one I've had, this is in box N, as in the number N, as in November, 1. N1. So if you're a DVD in N1, probably been in here for a while. This is the oldest box. We can see there's coffee and stuff, with something spilled on it. But this I've had for, it's got to be close to years. September 2024. No, a year, but still. Took a while for this one to sell. So if the last box I have, N1, out of all the boxes starting from 1 going up to 50, going all the way up to 48, N1 is the last one. I don't add to this box. So this, from all the other ones that there's stuff in a year later, this box, oldest box I have, year later, of what everything holds, roughly 20 a box at, let's say 50 boxes, that's about, I'm rotating that much stuff. And that's a good segue point to get into what somebody asked a question about in a video. $40, 40. I guess I'll make it a long video for the weekend video, because my next one probably won't be until Monday. And we're going out later on today, but just to at least one store. There might be another one. So any sourcing I get at the disco store won't be much. B6. This Doctor in the Soul. by Viktor Frankl. Hardcover. It's a little bigger. Is it a book club? No. It's been price clipped though. So it's this size as a book club, just a little bigger. 42. Let me get this cassette in T4, Three Dog Night. Three Dog Night cassette. And then the one from the estate sale, 15. And someone come in and I believe in this whole run here. Another pair of the safety glasses, those boutons. So the last one of those for $20. And this person came in and got 3 cassettes, so I gotta get. Okay. So yeah, they came in and messaged yesterday like, I'm interested in this one and basically 2 others. Will you do an offer? I was like, yeah, man. I mean, it can't be much because they're already basically listed at the cheapest I'm going to really put them at because of my sale that I'm running. And they came back with 65 for all 3, which to them was maybe only another $5 off. So I'm like, okay, that's perfectly fine with that. So we have 15, 25, and 25. Chris Isaacs and Steel Pulse and Lucky Dube. So some more reggae. And those are all going to the same place. They just put in the 3 different orders. D1. Seconds. Huh. Up top. It's more likely been here not for too long since number 1 is refilled all the time. 17. D33. Singing time. Singing time. Do you see me? 18. Sealed. So I got like 4 or 5 of these from Cedar Road, Goodwill, a handful of months ago. They're all sealed. And a couple of them already sold off like $35, $40. Yeah, that one was almost 18. Now I can see without that glare as much. Another tape, T5, David Byrne. David Byrne, cassette, 13. So someone asked, C40, Eric Carmen, definitive question. Someone asked basically the method to the madness, if you will, on just the volume of stuff that's going out was the crux of their comment. Eric Carmen. Turn the radio up for that sweet sound. Hold me close, never let me go. Keep that feeling. $11. So I asked the method of the madness. So I run the sales. So obviously this would be before any of these, before any of you knew about this information I'm doing this video about. So I run the sales. I have a 5% off coupon that runs on everything all the time. So all the more the clicker, the eBay user, the potential buyer, whichever, when they see that that helps because they could just use that 5% off coupon at checkout. And it reads even when you have stuff looked up and you have it column to however you look at it. You're going to see that it'll be a given price, your actual price. So mine is on sale. Let's just say it's 29% off whatever I had it listed for. That sale price is going to be what the most likely prices are and where they're priced at. I just have it at the sale brackets that I do, which are coming to an end soon, but I'm not going to explain that now. And then there's a 5% off coupon. And then I have, I'll send out 5% offers. So if it's a 5% offer that I send, or a counter offer, or they bought on a within a best offer, most of the time there'll be a strike through the number, the price, right? So it'll just be kind of a variance price. Since I'm doing all those, that keeps the attention. I'm staying active on sending offers. That's probably one. It's 5%. I said this in a handful of videos ago. The point when you get yourself unstuck from the I have to get what I'm asking for it, I'm not going to send offers. I'm not going to do best offers. I'm not going to negotiate a price. I'm not. As soon as you get yourself off of that, you'll have more sales. Send offers. Run a coupon. It doesn't have to be much. Just price it accordingly. Free shipping helps a lot. People like that. Ship within within a very, very short time span. I mean, all the stuff that sold yesterday and as of by the time I'm making the video, whatever the screenshot, whatever is in the screenshot, gets sent out that day. Those types of factors people look at. The feedback helps. I mean, 99.8, most people are going to click over, and then any of my other ones they're now in the last, so they're older than 6 months. And as we all believe, most of them aren't even justified. Most. All right, got to get a good book. All right, get another one. The Oak Island Mystery. 2nd edition, I want to say. Yes, 2nd edition. The one I've had for a little while. I believe it was $1.71 because there's no sticker on it, and I know where I got it at. And they stopped this either way. So actually, it shows the different layers of Oak Island. You know, the History Channel show. That's what this is based off of, or from, or primarily about. 69. Nice. And speaking of VHS, that if they weren't going to sell, they're going to look at some more for me to reprice, but this is a good one. Motown Hits. All right, so I've only showed it before, but I will this time. So these, and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 of these cases that aren't in use. But for VHS, I just do it like that, and I do it alphabetically in one container, and I can look at the beginning and the end, roughly, W's, L's. I can figure out this is where I need to be. Motown Hits is right here. And as these start to open up of the VHS that I list, they'll just go on a small stack. For the most part, I can remember if it's a newer one. And then at some point, then I'll just refill in all these gaps. And if the last couple ones, or actually over here, I will take out a handful of them from this one and the last ones in the one previous. So now I have 10 taken out, set aside. I actually just put them right here. And I just add accordingly to the new ones I need to. But then they'll be, I'll do that once every couple months because I really don't get a whole lot. They do sell relatively quick, but that's how I keep them. And I've got 3 other containers like this that are just on a shelf. Usually, I will put that away. There is no date stamp on this. And I just know I've had it for a long time. And I can look at the quality of the actual, like the megapixel quality of the picture. But this one, Got it for a good reason, I guess, and it has a Blockbuster sticker. Those were the days. Still, 22. 22 bucks. For VHS I've had for years, but it just got enough attention to keep it, enough interest to keep it, and just reprice it a little. So that's what happens with some of those that I have for a long time, and they're 8 months and they finally get 4 or 5 views, and I take them down. Well, that repricing is only going to be, depending what it is, 5 to 10% of what it was pretty much previous. And it could just be that other one is like, oh, yep. So it was 35 and now it's 32. So I still got 32 bucks for, except for this one is a much longer story than that. D52, Memphis Belle. I'm sorry, D42. That one was tucked in the back of that box. So one I've had for a little bit as well. Let's corroborate that. Junior July 2024. Back of the box. About that number was in the 40s, right? What was it? 42. I don't really get to that point too often on refilling, so I know I had it for a while. 11 bucks. Speaking of another one I've had for a while. So this True Romance by Arrow Video. Region B Blu-ray. All right, so it's a whole cool True Romance box set. Not U.S. region. Someone got this on a scoop. This was also July of 2024. This was probably at one point priced at like 60, 70 bucks because I think I had the only one. I just kept bringing it down, and then on sale. And then someone came in and even best offered on that sale. I got it for a pretty low cut price. But year and a half for 25 bucks, or it could be zero from here on out. I'll take the 25 on something that's been around that long. 25 bucks. D29, Living Language in Flight. And this Spanish in flight. 10 bucks. Don't know how long I've that one, but couldn't have been too super long. D5, The Incredible Journey. The Incredible Journey. Yep, that's it. 17. Sealed DVD. Tell you what, after a while, you feel it in the laterals and the obliques doing that. Or I guess just being tall, and I always have to be the one to reach where others can't. C44, Tori Amos. So I think this is one I got from the estate sale. That isn't a cleaner box. So this is one, cleaner as in it's not all beat up. And if I need to, as I'm making boxes, whenever I do make boxes, no, that goes with something else. But when I'm making boxes, if there's a number gap, I'll just make the box for that number. What am I looking for? Tori Amos. Tori Amos. Taxi Ride. Promo single. 40 bucks. 40. So as I try to cut the videos down, this is just going to be a longer video. There is a few more explainings, but there's also 26 things. So 35-minute video would be the Rolling Stones, Emotional Rescue, C40. Box under a box. Rolling Stones. Nothing right off the rip there. It is open. That might looks like what would be their artwork. That is, their emblem. And that is the artwork in this Rolling Stone CD. 14. D32. Going next, so I don't stack the CD boxes back on like that, and then I look at the next one, and it's the box I was just in. But try not to do that too often because I get distracted. D32. Dillinger and Capone. Dillinger and Capone. $9.10. Still make money. I mean, unless I paid $3 for it, and then I'd break even. But I probably didn't. I don't remember. $1 or $2. And if it was that, I probably got it because it was going to be listed at 10, 11, 12 bucks. It was probably 25 cents or 50 cents or 35 cents or something. Looks like I'm getting to the end. I am. Miracle. Oh, that Miracle of Marcelino. Paperback. All right, this Miracle of Marcelino. Just got this one. I think I got this at Randall, the thrift world, where I was just at that route yesterday. Things like that manifestingly happen sometimes, but it's going to happen because it's just the amount of stores I go to, which ones I frequent more often. That route I do not. And then how many sales I go through a day. Right? But anyhow, this one right here, $21.51, $22. So it's all domestic. So $693, and then that translates to $673 product costs received. That's a long video. So that's going to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. Whatever options you have on your eBay page or things that you can control that are whatever options or features or things that you could do that is something more visual to a potential buyer. A little better picture, doesn't have to be a lot of pictures, but a little better picture, the cropping in, that's just what I do. But in the actual listing, are you top rated? Can you be top rated? That would help a lot because then you get a discount and you have a lot more seller protections with it. Can you offer free shipping? Yeah, you can. Do you have to adjust the price on some of your stuff? You can, but consider if you just do free shipping on most of your stuff all at once, consider that as like you're running a sale. You're just not going to get that $4.40 something out of the buyer for everything that goes out. Now you're automatically adjusted into free shipping. And then you could do some sell-similars, keeping your store active. I'm not adding new stuff every single day. For the most part, I try to. If I'm doing a good chunk, it's 25, 30, 40, 50 a day. But that's 2, maybe 3 days a week. Some days I may just put up 10 sealed DVDs and do a bunch of sell-similars. Another day I'll probably just do 40 sell-similars. Keeping that active. So for you specific, whomever asked a question, just keep on listening, keep on watching. I go over little things every single day. Well, not every single day, all the time. All right. So, tell me anything you're going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. It's all free. To help me. See? So we can help everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you.